Hello everyone, back again for a nice Hatha practice. This time it's a Hatha practice that I designed with in mind people with sensitive hands and sensitive knees. So we won't be much on our knees, if at all, or on our hands maybe a little bit, but not with too much pressure. Still adhering to the sequence as has been taught to me through the Himalayan Institute of Pittsburgh. So it is a true Hatha practice. I'm trying to keep it as true to that without going too much on our hands and knees. Ruby is here, and I'll just let her be here because my friend for whom I had in mind with making this practice, she loves big dogs. We both love big dogs, so there you go. Ruby also especially here for this little practice. Okay, all right, Ruby. Okay, you're a good girl. Okay, good girl. Okay, now she wants more attention. Okay, so we're gonna start in crocodile. And in crocodile, we start to become aware of our breath. Let me go like this. That's maybe a bit easier with Ruby around. I'm just gonna go like this. Rubus. Okay, that's good, that's good. Stay here, honey. You can come back. Come here, come here. Kom maar daar zitten. Good girl. Kom maar, into. Hartstikke. Ga maar zitten. Ga maar zitten. Ga maar zitten en af. Allee, zit dan af. Kom, ga maar liggen. In crocodile. Ruby. Okay, so sorry. We are continuing to arrive on the mat in crocodile. So crocodile means your forearms are folded over each other. Your legs are a little bit hip width apart or a little wider. And first of all, we're going to arrive here on the mat and then settle in. Find your breath after all the action of the day until now. And then when you're there, start observing your breath. Noticing the breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. And on the way in, you might notice a difference in temperature. So on the way in, the breath, the air is a little cooler. And on the way out, a little warmer. Good. And then maybe you can see if you can feel where your breath goes. So we'd like to establish a belly breath, sending our breath down to the belly. And what happens then is we notice our belly expanding into the mat and our breath expanding into the outsides of our back, the sides of our back, the lower ribs. Good. All right. Now bring your legs together. Keep your arms as is and your head too. And what we're going to do is on an exhale, we're going to bring our legs together, firm up the legs, then firm up your buttocks and maybe pull your belly button a little bit towards your spine. So a little activation here through the legs, the buttocks and the lower belly. So take a nice inhale, and on your exhale you firm up your legs together, firm up your buttocks and pull your belly button a little bit towards your spine. Notice how that fills out your lower back. Good. And on an inhale, try and release from top to bottom. So lower back, buttocks, legs. Here we go again. Inhale. Exhale, firm the legs, the buttocks, the lower abdomen. And inhale, let it go. And if you're familiar with your pelvic floor, that is also a spot that you can take along on this exercise. So, and take a nice inhale. And on your exhale, firm up the legs, pull up the pelvic floor, engage your buttocks, belly button to spine. And on your exhale, on your inhale, release, belly button, pelvic floor, buttocks, and your legs. Now take this maybe 2 more times for yourself with your own breath. So exhale, squeeze the legs, pull up the pelvic floor, engage the buttocks, engage your lower abdomen. On your inhale, let it go. One more time. Exhale, firm the legs, pull up the pelvic floor, engage your buttocks, lower belly button to spine, engage your lower abdomen, and release. Good. Now roll to your back. Roll to your back. Oh, and Ruby has moved. Anyway, so take your arms above your head. Take a nice stretch here. So point your feet and stretch your arms all the way up next to your ears, all the way. Stretch, 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 and maybe just alternate the feet, flexing and pointing. Good. So stretch, 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 and then maybe just stretch only with your right side. So point the feet, stretch your right arm. Point your left foot, stretch your left arm up. Good. And then one time all together. Stretch and maybe see what happens if you engage your lower abdomen. So when you think of belly button a little towards spine, you see your lower back filling out and getting nice and compact around there. Good. All right, so release that. Which I did forget to mention is we need a block, or if you don't have a block handy, take a book, place it in between your thighs, and then we're gonna build a container. We're gonna, on an exhale, squeeze the block first, and inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. And see if you can make it a constant pressure, like on your exhale. Constantly press in. And when you release, let it be with a little bit of resistance on your inhale. So you release the pressure on your inhale, but with a little bit of resistance. And then comes your exhale again. And inhale, release with resistance. Good. And now let's see if we on the next inhale can take along our pelvic floor. So you're gonna squeeze the block, squeeze the thighs into the block. Let's see if you can pull up your pelvic floor. And an inhale, release the pelvic floor, release the block. Good. Maybe 2 more times, just that. Squeeze the block. Pull up your pelvic floor and release. One more time. Exhale, squeeze. Pull up the pelvic floor. And inhale, release. Good. Now we're going to add the buttocks to it. So exhale, squeeze the block. Lift the pelvic floor. Engage your buttocks. Inhale, release the buttocks. Release the pelvic floor and the block. Good. Do that 1 more time, or 2 more times for yourself with your own breath. Good. And now the last part, let's also engage. It probably already happened automatically when you were engaging the buttocks and exhaling, that your belly button was moving towards your spine, your abdomen got engaged, and so what we were looking for is that your lower back really gets pushed into the mat as it may. Yeah. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the block, lift, Engage the buttocks. Press the lower back into the floor. Good. Inhale, release the back, the pelvic floor, buttocks, and then the thighs. Okay, here we go again. So exhale, squeeze, lift the pelvic floor, engage the buttocks, push the lower back into the floor. Good. Inhale, release. Lower back, buttocks, pelvic floor, thighs. Now 2 more times maybe on your own. Inhale, exhale. Good. And release. No, not release. Stay. Keep the block there and the book. And we're going to press up into a bridge, but we're going to first really activate through the hands. Maybe curl our shoulders under a little bit. So, and let's do it all together one more time. So inhale and exhale. We do the same. We squeeze the block. We lift the pelvic floor. We engage the buttocks. We engage the lower back. But then we're going to lift up into bridge. Keep those glutes nice and active. Press through your hands, your shoulders. If you would be making a print in your mat, it would be the shape of a U with a funny dot on the bottom, but for your head, but like the arms to the shoulders, to your other arm, that makes a U. So really press away. Engage those buttocks. Press away with your feet. Up. Hold those buttocks engaged. Find your breath. Maybe one more breath. Nice in and out through the belly. Good. And on that, just lower down to the floor and take away your block. Good. Then we're going to come into a little stretch on our back. We're going to take our right foot and put a right ankle onto our left knee. And we're just going to guide that right knee out for just a moment here. See if you can again engage your belly button towards spine, your lower back in the floor, and you can give a little push on that right knee. Then take your hands and bring them both behind your left hamstring, as in a figure 4. You feel a nice stretch on your right hamstring here. A few more breaths. And then extend that leg up. Or maybe there, a stretch on that leg. Good. Bring that leg down. Get your ankle away. And let's do it on the other side. So left ankle goes to right knee. First, just find your back nice and flush with the floor. And with your left hand, just guiding your left knee a little open. Opening the hip. Good. And then take your hands and wrap them around your right hamstring for figure 4 hamstring stretch here. So, and with your left elbow you can guide your left knee out a little bit. Your right foot can be active and the knee can be either 90 degrees or you can have it lower. Whatever feels good for you here. And you can play around with pulling your right thigh towards you and feel that stretch increase on the left, on your left glute and hamstring. All right. Oh, and then extend that right leg. Yes. With an active foot, you'll notice a bit more that you're really stretching out the back of your right leg here. Good. And then bring that foot down. Bring both knees in. And maybe stretch your left leg out. Bring that right knee a little closer. Bring your left knee back in. Extend your right leg. Good. Pull that left knee in a little closer. Find your breath. Then bring that back that other knee back in. Now raise your soles of your feet to the ceiling. Your knees can be bent, and then we are opening up into happy baby. So hands can be on the outsides of your feet or at your ankles. Just making sure your whole back is nice and flush on the floor, and that we're not lifting our sits bones up, but we're really sending them down. Good. Still warming up here. Trying not to put any pressure on the knees or hands. I tried to design this class with to make sure we go easy on those. Good. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Maybe take a reclined butterfly here. So a nice stretch for your inner thighs. Hands can be at your ankles, and the soles of your feet are together. Good. And then we're going to get up. So when we're done here, just carefully put your soles of your feet back on the floor, and then roll to the side and just come up however you like to standing. Yeah, and we're going to come standing in rather a wide stance. And we're going to make a stretch with our arms overhead, and we're going to make circles right around and left around, and trying to combine it with the breath. So on an inhale here, most of the time up, you have the inhale, and when you go down, you exhale. So here still a little up, inhale to the right, palms are still together, and then go down, down, exhale here. And left here we go up, inhale, and exhale down. Just circles. But when you're up now, we're going to right away alternate to the other side. So left around, just holding your hand palms together, really stretching from side, and then back around again to the right around. Stretch to the left and up, and then to the left. Hold those hand palms together, engage in your core. And inhale, and exhale down, and inhale when you come up. And we go left around. And right around. And let's do one more time. Left around, so we're all even. So left, stretch, 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 hand palms together. And all the way up. And hands to heart. Good. Okay. Then just do, lots of hair here. Lots of ruby hair. Just to link our breath link the movement to our breath, to become a little more conscious of that. We're going to just take toe raises up and down, and then we're going to bring along our arms, and you can either go halfway when you inhale, or you can go all the way, inhale and exhale down. So we're just going to take a few calf raises here. You can also stand here maybe. So here we go, inhale up, exhale down. You can take a little wider stance, that's maybe easier. Inhale, not wider than your hips though. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. And let the movement follow your breath. I know it's really hard and I keep saying it, but you know, practice makes better. So listen to your inhale. When your inhale starts, you go back up again. Also, if it means you're not all the way down with your arms, you go again up, inhale. Maybe two more. Last one. Oops. And exhale down. Good. And then just come to a little wider stance. Don't make sure you don't lock your knees here. Just make them move with you. We're going to just let our arms flap around our body, warming up, loosening up everything. So you can lift up your heels when you do this. Just let your arms flap from side to side. And I've already called this my slap the butt movement. And you can speed it up a little bit. And you notice you need to engage your core if you want to speed up. So speed up a little bit. If you can. Right, left. And then take it easy, slow it down. Let it all move out. Good. And then we're coming to our standing poses. So on your mat, come to the top of your mat and then step your right foot back. Just a nice step back, not too wide. I would say about a meter. Would that be a meter? I think so. 3 feet, something like that. You want to have still your hips pointed forward. So if that's not possible, bring that foot in a little more. Make sure that hip is forward. And we're going to bend through the knee. This is our Warrior One beginning stance. Bringing our arms up. And really pushing through the feet. Find that stability there. Engage around your pelvis, the buttocks. And what we're going to do now is we're going to move with our breath forward, and I'll show you. We're going to go down, touch the floor with our hand and come up. Inhale and exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Just follow along. Your left hand has gone to the waist, so I'm sorry. Left hand on your waist, inhale up, exhale down. Keep pushing through those feet, even if you're down. And try to make that pressure a little equal. Exhale down. Now one more. And now when we come down, plant your palm. Bring your weight to your front leg. Maybe you need to come up to your fingers. Maybe you use a block here and you pull up, you lift up that back leg. Toes are pointing downward into a warrior 3. Hold that leg, find your breath. Lengthen through the spine. Good. And then lower that right leg. And bring that arm back up on an inhale. Good. And exhale. Come forward with your right leg. And then we do it on the left. So we step our left foot back. About 3 feet apart. A meter. As long as you can keep your hips forward. If you had any flashlights and they were here, they were just 2 beams of light straight forward. Not all over the place. So forward. Arms come up. And we're going to do the same. So we're going to take our right hand to our waist and the left. We bend from the hips. We place our hand either on the floor or on the block and come back up. Strong legs. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. A few more. Keep pressing through the feet. Sometimes it's easy to forget about your back foot, especially because we're moving towards our front. Keep weight in that back foot, not that weight so much as pressure. Good. Okay, I think we're good. We're going one more up, inhale, and now exhale. We're going to leave that hand there. We're going to bring our weight over to our right leg. And send our left leg a little up. Toes are pointing downward. And you can come into a warrior 3 and maybe it's here. Or maybe you have your leg just here. That's fine too. And your block higher. Just gonna work wherever we are. Good. So place your hand back on the floor and your left leg comes down. Good. And engage through both feet. Press through those feet. Engage through the core and come back up. And exhale forward. Good. All right. That was our little movement and strengthening in Warrior One. And we still haven't done much on the knees, on the hands, so we're doing good. Let's come to the wide side of your mat. And then turn your right foot to the short end of your mat and your left heel out towards the other side of the mat, the other short end of the mat. It's not that chilly anymore, so I'm going to take these off. And then, there you go. So, wide stance, right foot out, left heel out to the other side. Front heel is lining up with your back foot arch. First we have our legs straight and you can see now our hips are nice and open. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, you bend into your front knee. Knee stays nicely above the ankle. Arms are long. Shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is over your right hand. Push through the feet. Make this a nice active pose too. Pushing through the feet. Engage around the pelvis by engaging your buttocks. Good. And then on the next inhale, bring your right arm on your right thigh and your left arm overhead past your left ear into side angle, extended side angle. And your gaze can either be to your foot, whatever feels nice, or to the front or up. And if you're up, see if you can also open up that shoulder a little more. Good. Find your breath. Push through the feet. And to come out, press through that front foot, up and out. Arms down. Toes turn around, so your right toes come forward for a moment, and then your left foot turns out and your right heel turns out to the other short end of your mat. Good. All right, so here we are again. Strong feet, pressing into your mat. Engage the legs, the buttocks. On an inhale, we bring our arms up, horizontal, and exhale, we bend into the front knee. Nice above the ankle, not over it, but really above it, never over it. Good. See if you can nicely feel that stretch here on the front. Nice and long. You're reaching both ways, front and back. Find your breath. Good. And on your inhale, bring your left arm to your left thigh, right arm overhead past your right ear. Stretch. Nice stretch all the way from your right fingertips to your right outside foot. Find your breath. Keep strong. Don't sink into that shoulder or into that hip, but actively push away. Pull up. Good. One more breath. And then to come out, push through that front leg, back and up. And there we are. That was Warrior 2. Oops. All right. So I was thinking, yes, let's go on, because we're going to make this a little shorter than normal. So let's come to the front of your mat for a few half sun salutations. And we do half because we don't want to go to the knees or too much on the hands. So come to the front of your mat, and I'll take you through a few half sun salutations, and then on the third one we're gonna step back And I will guide you through that. So inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up again, arms. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen through the back. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come back up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. All right. Now we're going to take the one with a little addition. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, long neck, long everything. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, take your right foot and place it back into a high lunge on your toes. High lunge. Good. Arms up. Find a little bit of a railroad track here so it's easier. Don't put your feet just behind each other because then you're like balancing. It's going to be a balancing act. So railroad tracks here, high lunge, arms up if you can next to your ears, otherwise wherever they are comfortable for you. High lunge. Engage your belly button to spine a little. And then we're going to just take a few dips here with our back knee. So we're going to bend the right knee and back up. And bend and up. Three and four and five. Come back up. And let's take one more dip. Oh no, let's stay here. Let's take a dip here. And maybe see if we can take a little bit the gaze up. Tiny back bend. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Let the shoulders come down. Good. And then plant your palms around your left front foot and just in a low lunge, rock up and down. This is all we do on our hands, on our fingertips. Good. And then step your right foot up. Fold. Hang here. Shake your head. Yes. Shake your head. No. And on your inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. And then we'll do that on the left. But we'll take first... No, we'll go right away. We go right away to the left, indeed, with the addition. So, here we go. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, put your left foot back into a high lunge. Feet are both pointed forward. Rail track, distance apart, sort of, kind of. Well, not really. Hip width apart, that's what I should say. Railroad tracks, that's always such a... It's really not the right name for it. Okay, so as wide as your hips, good. Arms up. Find your balance, find your breath. And then we're going to dip down. And up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Maybe one more. And up. And one more down, down. And see if we can lengthen up and take our gaze up for a little back bend. Good. And then come, place your hands around your right foot and just rock forward and back. Take a little movement here. Good. And then left feet meets with the right in the front. Let your head hang. Shake no, shake yes. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. All right. Okay. Now, we're going to continue. We're going to go down to the mat now again. So feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to slowly roll down, ragdolling down. So just your head first, getting heavy. Good. And then if you can imagine vertebrae for vertebrae all the way down. Heavy head, heavy torso. Good. And then bend your knees and come to seated. Yeah, we're going to do a few more abs energizing exercises, and then we'll continue and we'll be right on track. Yeah, so come to your back. Let's just get into it. Hands are in T. Your feet are first on the mat, but then you take them up, and your knees, your legs make a 90-degree angle, and then we're just going to tiptoe right down. Keep that 90-degree angle when you bring it down. Left down, right, and left. Good. Notice how your core is engaged. Keep your lower back nicely to the floor. Flush with the mat. Find your breath, however your breath feels good to you here. No inhale, exhale on a certain movement, just thinking of the core, your back flush with the mat, tiptoeing with 90-degree angle legs. Good. All right. A few more. Good. And then bring your legs back, and either you can bring your knees in, and then the next exercise is to go from left to right with our knees together. If you keep them out, so knees above hips, it's going to be harder. If that's too much for you, you just bring them in, and then you on an inhale you go to the left, and exhale you bring it back to center. Inhale to the right, and exhale to the center. Good. Inhale to the left. Exhale to center. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Let's take 4 more in total, so 2 each side. Inhale to the side. And exhale back up to the center. Good. Last one. Inhale to the side and exhale back up. Good. Hug your knees. Place the soles of your feet on the floor, and then let your knees windshield wipe from left to right. Good. And then we're going to come to our belly. Yeah. For a little back bend. Okay. So, on our belly. Ooh, get situated. We're going to go for both today. So we're on our belly. We're going to start off with arms next to our body, and your head is, for the moment, now that I'm explaining what we're going to do, to the side on one cheek. Okay. So what we're going to do is our hands come to the floor, hand palms down. We're going to activate through the legs again, what we kind of did in the beginning to activate in the legs. Press them firmly together, engage your buttocks, and send your pelvis into the mat. And then, with our nose down, we're going to first only lift our head and torso. So we're going to lift like this. And find our breath here. Good. And then the other part we do is, then we're only going to lift the back part. And then we're going to, in the end, at the third go, we'll do it both. So, here we go. So, on your cheek first, really firm up the legs, firm up the buttocks, send your pelvis into the mat. Good. Turn your nose to the mat. And on an inhale, lift up your head and your torso. So, inhale. Head and torso come up, and your gaze is slightly in front, not over there. We want to keep a long neck. Find your breath. Keep those legs firm, buttocks firm. Making sure we protect our lower back here. Good. Notice how on an inhale you rise, and on the exhale you fall a little. It's a little boat on the waves. Good, and then relax and turn to your right cheek. Here for a moment. Let your legs relax, maybe even wiggle your pelvis a little. Good. And now we're going to firm up the legs, the buttocks, the pelvis into the floor. We're going to keep our forehead for now on the floor. We're going to just lift the back, the legs up. Just the legs. Good. I already took my arms along too, but just the legs. Good. And then relax back to the mat. Okay. And now we're going to do it all together. So let's go. Ready? So your forehead is first on the floor. Arms next to your body. Firm up the legs, firm up the buttocks, pelvis into the floor. And on your inhale, we are going to lift our torso and our legs. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, breathe. And hold. Send your feet long out to the back. Gaze slightly in front, but a long neck. One more breath. Hold those buttocks engaged. And exhale, release. Good. And turn to your left cheek. Nice. Good. Now, take your forearms under your head carefully, as if you're in crocodile, and just rock your head from left to right. And let's bring the soles of our feet up to the sky and do the same with our legs, just letting them rock from side to side. Good. And then come up to seated again, however you like. And let me see if, oh yeah, still working. Okay, so let's extend our legs to the front. I'm going to sit a little from the side here. You don't need to see the bottoms of my feet. Okay, we're going to have our legs nicely straight out. I would advise maybe a blanket or a pillow for under your butt you can have if you have problems sitting upright like this, and you tend to, lose the lower back engagement. So to help there, you can always take a blanket and sit a little up. And then we're going to take our right knee in, really snug in. And then we're going to take our left arm and hug that right knee and place our right hand behind our sacrum on the floor. On an inhale, we're going to lengthen all the way through the spine. And on an exhale, we're going to twist from the waist and then the rib cage and the shoulders. And then last, your head. And find your breath. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Maybe a little engagement in the belly to spine or a little further twist. Notice also on your inhale how your belly moves into and the breath moves into your thigh. And the next inhale, lengthen, and exhale, slowly come out. All right, so let's do that on the other side. Oh no, wait a minute, sorry. Then that knee is gonna come out to the side, so your right foot is against your left thigh, and we're gonna like this, right foot into your left thigh. All right, and then we're gonna just take our arms up and fold forward. As long as we can keep a straight back, we'll stay here. And then on an exhale, just relax over your front leg. Relax your head in this forward fold. that foot, your left foot, active. Good. And then come up, so bring your head back to neutral. Arms back up. Inhale and exhale out. Now we're going to take a little twist. So take our arms up. And then we're going to twist towards our bent leg. We're going to take our left hand to our right knee. And we're going to stretch our right side like this. So I'll take that to the front. So we still have our left leg extended. Our right leg is folded out. But we have turned towards that right bent leg. Our left hand is on that right knee. Our right arm is up. And we see if we can take a nice stretch here. Stretch on your right side body. Find your breath. Good. And then come out. Bring that knee in and extend it to the front again. All right. And then let's take it on the other side. Take your left knee in, nice and snug. Your right leg is extended, right arm around your left knee. Left arm goes back, up on your sits bones. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twisting to the back from the waist. Stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you might maybe pull your belly button to spine. Inhale, notice that belly move into your thigh with the breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come out of the twist. And then let your left leg fold open. Left leg folds open. Arms go up high. Inhale and exhale, come forward. Bend from the hips. Stay here for a little moment with a straight back. And then take your arms down and relax and round your back over your front leg. Head to knee. Or here, wherever you are. Or here. Good. And to come out, bring your head in line with the rest of your spine. And then bring your arms back up. Inhale and exhale down. And then arms back up, inhale. Turn towards that bent leg. Take your right hand to your left knee. Left hand goes behind you. And then, that's not true, but okay. We're in a twist. We're revolving towards that left side. But our left arm goes up for this side stretch here. Good. Feel the stretch on the left side of your torso. Good. Inhale, come out. All right, bring that knee back in. Extend your legs to the front. And then we're almost there. We're just gonna take our legs up, knees up, and actually I'll show you from the side. So we're like in this little ball, hugging ourselves. Maybe just let our head rest for a moment here. Find your breath. Feel maybe a nice stretch in your back. Yeah, of course in your back, but also in your neck, I was meaning to say. Good. And then let's wiggle forward our toes and shuffle into a classic forward fold. So, or you stay here, try and keep your belly to your thighs. Your head relaxes over your knees. Maybe you're here. That's totally fine. Maybe you can go a little further, but make sure your belly button, your belly keep contact with your thighs. Nice rounding through the back. Nice inward focus. And then again, same as before, your head is hanging down. So first you want to bring your head back in line with your spine. Engage a little your lower abdomen or your belly button to spine. And then slowly come back up. Good. All right. And then let's just continue to go backwards and come into your Shavasana. So most importantly here for these last 3 minutes or so, 4 or 5, making it short already. First become still and comfortable on your mat. If you feel any tension anywhere, or if you think you need to move that left shoulder, move your right shoulder a little bit, maybe wiggle your pelvis to become more even, or take that, do that, become comfortable, so you can actually, without any distractions, become still in your mind and start noticing your breath again. Maybe see if you can sense for the breath at the tip of your nose. And then become aware of the space at the crown of your head. See if you can sense for that space. And then we go down and see if you can sense for the space behind the middle of your eyes, in the middle of your head. Sense for the hollow of your throat. Your heart space. Your navel. The middle of your pelvis. Your sacrum. Going back up, sense for the middle of your pelvis, your pelvic bowl, Sense for the space around your navel. Your heart space. Relax around the heart. Your throat. The middle of your head, behind your eyes. And last, sense for the crown of your head. And then slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. Roll to your side. Stay for one breath at your side. Maybe slowly open your eyes here. And then push up to seated. Take your hands to heart. Fold forward to seal in the benefits of this practice. Namaste.